All right, about 3 hours later than I wanted to, but Chewie and I are at the Adams Gap Trailhead in Talladega National Forest, adjacent to Cheeha Wilderness, same thing. But yeah, we were gonna do 8 and 4, 8 out, 4 back in camp. Now we're gonna do maybe 6 out, 2 or 3 back in camp. It's hot. This is first overnight, my first overnight for real. But yeah, we're excited, we're about to get after it. We've been in the car for like 2 hours, so I'm gonna get him a little bit of water before we really get going. And yeah, fingers crossed that I have enough service and GPS coverage to map it out. Not even 100 feet in and had to go ahead and take a beautiful view video. Just got to our first crossroads. We are taking the Skyway Trail. We might actually make it to Lake Chinambi today, fingers crossed. Not doing the Pinhoti Trail, but it is like down. So good luck, wish us luck. Other than us currently being in basically rattlesnake territory, it's been gorgeous so far. Nothing too steep, super rocky. Chewie's wanting to go, but nice so far. Well, I just had my first close call. Just was walking, pulled my phone out, walked into a giant spider web and just lost my footing, and I sliced my not sliced my hand open, but scraped it pretty good on some briars. Yay! Not even like a mile in either, but I got hand sanitizer, I put it on my hand. Chewie was still trying to drag me as I fell. Nothing popped out of my bag. Yeah, we're good. Oh yeah, here's a little, you gotta slurp on it like you're, whew, it's a struggle, but I'm gonna work on it. I think it's more the hose itself, but it is what it is. It's nice, I don't have to stop and take my bag off to drink. All right, about 1.15 miles in, we just found a campsite, beautiful little spot near a creek. Honestly, if we can make it 5 miles before it gets too hot, we'll turn around and we'll come right back here. So it'll be 5 miles out, about 3.75 miles back. So it'll be about just under 9 for the day. So not bad, not bad. I mean, you can see the creek. Campsite's just up there, and it's got this creek running by it. It's not super loud, so I'll be able to hear anything at night, and we'll be able to get a bunch of water. But other than falling, the trail's been great. A lot of it is like this, very narrow, not as rocky as the start, but overall very nice. He finally realized it's okay to drink out of the creek water, so I'm just letting him go. First major obstacle, 2 fresh fallen trees. Went over one, well, I went over both. Chewie went under the second one. It still blows my mind that after videos and showing people that I get to see all this every couple of weeks, that no one wants to come out. I definitely just found the campsite for tonight. It's 2 miles from the trailhead, and it is up the hill from a creek a little bit, but it is beautiful. I'll show y'all when I get back. It just got dark and cool, so we're getting a lot more wind off the creek, and it looks like some summer clouds are coming in. Okay, hour and a half in, we're taking our first big break because it is getting hot. I've changed my mind again. We're gonna do 4 miles out and then hike back to one of the campsites by a creek. We're at a nice one right now. Let me show y'all. We're at a really nice potential campsite. I mean, there's 2 fire pits. Chewie's taking him a good break. But this ground is so soft that, like, from what it feels like and what it looks like, this is the worst area to camp if it rains for more than 10 minutes. Just from the feel of it, I mean, the ground's still wet. This is beautiful. If I didn't have him, I would do it because I would be hanging in the hammock. But as far as right now, we're just going to hike back the, I want to say it's about half a mile to a mile to that last spot we found. So it's not bad. But if we can hit 4.5 today out and then back another 2, I mean, that's fine. It's just getting so hot. It's getting so hot and I can't pack as much in this bag as I thought. So we're going to dial back my grand ambitions to do that long one. We'll build up to it and probably do it when it starts getting colder out. So, yep. That face when you're walking through the woods and something else is making more noise than you are. Just over 2.5 miles in. See a little bit of dark clouds coming. Hopefully my phone picks it up, but there's some heavy running water down there. But it's nice. Maybe another 1.5 miles and we'll turn around. My favorite part about, you know, just hiking in general is sometimes you get to see a tree that's probably, I don't know, man, at least 100 plus. A lot of these old growths out here. So, but we've been heading up top and back down for a minute. But we got about another mile or we're gonna turn around. Oh, we got to a little trail maintenance road up top. It's on a pretty high spot. We've been climbing for about, I'd say about 30 minutes. And it's just hot. It's muggy. He's drank about a whole bowl of water since we got up here. If we'd have got an earlier start, we'd keep going. But we are going to turn around, go back to that campsite by the creek. Not the one we were sitting, the one I haven't showed y'all. But yeah, I've also seen more bear signs than I'd like. So before we get too tired, we're gonna go ahead and cut back. All right, so I guess in the morning, I'll show what this place looks like before it's broken down. I thought I took a video before, but I did not. But there's the creek behind me. Great spot. Let me show y'all the setup. Look at your man. His stuff is in there. I could have made his sleeping pad a little bit bigger, but the way I cut it, the other half will be longer. Hammock under there, backpack's hanging. Got a little clothesline. This is stuff I had on today, just so it can air out. Food's gonna be up that way. I got it marked off. I'll probably make dinner here in a little bit. His food and water. His water will stay out, but his food will go in the container. It's over there. I did the smaller size today. The smaller size because my backpack just will not fit it. And I figured I'd have some issues. But for an overnight, you know, 2 to 3 days worth of food, the little one is perfect. I just don't have a chair. So, solar charger, knocked this thing back up to 100. Took it about, I don't even know what time I got back down here. Probably around an hour. It's charging my watch now. But yeah, I'll hang Chewie stuff on that little. You did a ridge line with a. Just pulled it tight with some paracord. I am having some issues with this tree, but these were the, you know, this is the best spot. I'm not using the underquilt because it's not supposed to go below 74 tonight. So we finally saw someone on the trail. When we got to the trailhead at 11 o'clock, we saw 2 women walking out and have not seen anybody else. So apparently no one else is as crazy as us and the guy that just passed by to actually come out in this heat today. But all in all, I'm wore out. We have maybe 2 miles to get out of here, which is great. It's not gonna be bad in the morning. It'll probably honestly take me about 30 minutes to an hour to break all this down. I've been setting it. It took me just the logistics of it all, setting it up, but throw this up. But yeah, I've got blanket, Chewy stuff down there, and he laid down on it. He fits. Clothes bag, I'm gonna use it as a pillow. Blanket in case I need it. If it gets cold, instead of putting the underquilt on, I got 2 when I ordered 1 survival bivvies. I'm gonna throw that on there. But other than that, I'm about to start collecting water and yeah, call it. Well, not call it, but I'll be asleep right at dark. And without fail, because this is Alabama and it's summertime, I just hear thunder roaring in the distance. it is what it is. All right, so I've been relaxing, refilled all my waters. I got just boiled a bunch of water for dinner. I'm eating, if you can't see it, Mountain House fettuccine alfredo with chicken. Then I added a individual pack of the, I already threw it away. It's in the garbage bag, but the single pouch canned chicken. And yeah, I'm just kind of waiting on it. Chewie wanted to relax, so he's in there. He's just chilling. But yeah, it started to rain a little bit. It's kind of stopped, but I'm getting ready to hop in the shelter whenever I need to. I do wish there were some trees in front of me so I could put this thing into like a porch mode, because I would definitely sleep like that. But let me show y'all what I'm looking at. This is my view for right now and tonight until I put the tarp down. Not super gourmet, but I need the calories. It would be me to come out here on it during a heat wave, but we're just chilling. Chewie's in the bottom. I'm just watching videos that I've downloaded on my phone, but it's nice. We found service earlier, and I made sure to check the weather because we could have hiked back out. No rain in the forecast at all. Clear. I should have known. The bottom fell out a few minutes ago. Wasn't even really a roar of thunder. So I had the tarp up. So we've been running around getting it together. So then now it's really hot in here because I got the tarp down. Basically makes it like a tent. So I think when I have Chewie, I'm just gonna buy a tent. I'm gonna buy a little 2-person tent and just go for it. I did get in a good spot though, because the canopy above is blocking a lot of the rain. I did check for widowmakers, but yeah, it sounds like it's starting to calm down. But honestly, I'm gonna try and sleep as long as I can. Well, it's about 5:40 in the morning. I was up on and off all night because of this rain and storms. Thankfully, we've only got about 2 miles to hike out of here, so I'm gonna get up and I'm not even gonna make my big breakfast. I'm just gonna eat a bunch of snacks, drink some coffee, and we're gonna get out of here. Got some coffee. Oatmeal's hydrating. And that beautiful creek. And then this little guy who thinks everybody walking around, it's only been one group so far, but the dude yesterday is coming to kill us, and that's how he reacts. Well, had an instant blueberry packet of oatmeal, and decided, well, I'll just throw some protein powder in there. Forgot that I'd also put some coffee in the protein powder, and just with all those flavors combined, it looks and tastes terrible. But I gotta eat it because it's a good protein carb boost. Yeah. All right, before I put my phone down to charge, I've started the breakdown a little bit. Got everything hanging up on that line. That'll be the last one to come down. Got this going, but pop it into 0.5. This is before I undo it. Let me tell y'all. If y'all didn't know about them, drip lines. Just a simple little rope tied onto your tarp or your hammock string. As much as it rained all night, water might have flowed a little bit under the hammock, but nothing dropped down. Nothing rode down the line. What it is it flows down the straps, hits that knot, and just starts dropping right there. So, perfectly dry. Well, I kind of slacked off while I was packing up. Got some waters for us, but I'll turn the camera around. But as y'all can see, look how beautiful that creek is. First off, it's nice. The sun started coming up over the hill, but we have no trace, and we ready to go? Huh? He's so ready to go. But yeah, we're gonna head out that way. Hopefully get to the car in about an hour. Making our way back pretty easy this morning. But I saw this yesterday and wanted to take a picture of it. Look how giant that snail is. I mean, this is my thumb in comparison. So is huge. We're getting close. I'd say we're about 3/4 of a mile up or away. But this is about where I fell yesterday. But it's so pretty out here. All right, so this is where I fell yesterday, and I feel so bad that I ruined that poor spider's hard work. Dang. All right, so we've been climbing for about 10-15 minutes. We still got to get through there, but the way they have it cut out, it's not really too harsh of an incline at all. Almost out. And like I said, it's been a pretty steadily, like we got to go up, but it's cut straight level with the mountain or hill. All right, well, we made it back to the car. That was pretty good little in and out. When I get to the car and get settled, I'll track the miles. And yeah. All right, so all things considered, seeing as how it was a heat wave and we heard storms starting to roll in, altogether both days was just under 6.5 miles. But it was our first time setting up, Chewie staying in the hammock thing. I'm probably gonna get a tent, but it's fine. But I have a ton more stuff to do today, but that was fun. I'm excited for more. I'm excited to come back and do this trail again. But y'all have a good one.